Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today we have an emotional and truly heartbreaking update about one of television's most beloved hosts, Kelly Ripa. The news has left fans across the country stunned, emotional, and worried. Reports are coming in that Kelly Ripa, the longtime face of Live with Kelly and Mark, has made a tearful confession on live TV, saying the words no one ever expected to hear: "I'm not coming back." So what really happened? Why did Kelly break down in front of millions of viewers? And is this truly the end of her time on morning television? Stick around, because what unfolded behind the scenes is something even her co-host Mark Consuelos didn't see coming. It was supposed to be a normal Tuesday morning on Live with Kelly and Mark. The audience was cheerful, the cameras were rolling, and the producers expected another light-hearted episode filled with laughter, celebrity gossip, and fun banter between the husband and wife duo. But from the moment Kelly walked onto the set, something felt different. She wasn't her usual bubbly self. Her eyes looked tired, her smile was faint, and though she tried to carry the same energy that fans had come to love over the decades, it was clear something heavy was weighing on her heart. Mark noticed it immediately. As the show went on, he tried to keep things light, cracking jokes, steering the conversation toward funny stories, but Kelly kept drifting off, her mind clearly somewhere else. The studio audience began to sense the tension. And then, just before a commercial break, Kelly suddenly went quiet, looking down at the table as her voice trembled. "Before we continue," she said softly, "there's something I need to say." The studio fell silent. Even the cameraman hesitated. Kelly took a deep breath, her eyes glassy with tears. "I've been doing this show for a long time," she continued, pausing as the crowd leaned in. "But I think it's time for me to take a step back. I'm not coming back after this season." Gasps filled the room. Mark froze. The audience didn't know whether to clap, comfort her, or wait for her to explain. Kelly Ripa, the woman who had brightened America's mornings for over 2 decades, had just announced that she was leaving. As soon as the commercial break hit, chaos erupted behind the scenes. Producers rushed over, trying to comfort her, while Mark gently took her hand. "Are you sure you want to do this?" he whispered. Kelly nodded, her voice cracking. "I can't keep doing it, Mark. I'm exhausted emotionally and physically. I need to live again." Sources close to the production say Kelly had been struggling for months, feeling drained, overwhelmed by the constant pressure of performing, and increasingly anxious about her public image. "She's been carrying the weight of this show for years," one insider revealed. "Even when she's smiling on camera, it's been getting harder for her behind the scenes. She's given everything she has to this job, but she's been running on empty." Kelly Ripa's journey with Live began back in 2001, when she joined the late Regis Philbin as co-host. Their chemistry was instant, and fans fell in love with her charm, quick wit, and relatable humor. Over the years, she became the heart of the show, navigating changes in co-hosts, network shifts, and countless live moments that made television history. But what many fans didn't realize was how much she was sacrificing to keep the show alive. Early call times, long rehearsals, constant media scrutiny. It all took a toll. Kelly is known for her perfectionism and relentless energy, but as her friends say, behind that smile is someone who rarely takes a day off for herself. The past year, however, seems to have pushed her to her limit. Between the demands of hosting, her family responsibilities, and emotional burnout, Kelly reached a breaking point. Mark, ever the supportive husband, tried to convince her to take a temporary break instead of walking away completely. But Kelly, according to insiders, has been adamant that this isn't a short-term decision. "She's not quitting because she hates the job," a friend explained. "She's leaving because she finally wants to breathe. To be Kelly again. Not just Kelly the TV host." After the commercial break, when the cameras turned back on, the atmosphere in the studio was somber. Kelly was visibly emotional, but composed enough to address the audience directly. "I love this show," she began, her voice shaking. "It's been my second home for over 20 years. But I think it's time to listen to my heart. There are moments in life when you have to choose peace over pressure, and this is one of those moments for me." Her words hit the audience like a wave. Some wiped tears. Others stood and applauded, cheering for her bravery. Even Mark looked visibly moved, placing a hand over his heart as he mouthed, "I love you." Kelly smiled through her tears. "I'm so grateful," she said softly. "To all of you watching at home, you've been my family. You've seen me through everything, my highs, my lows, even my messy moments. I'll never forget this chapter of my life. But it's time to turn the page." As news spread online, social media exploded with reactions. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with emotional tributes and clips of her most iconic moments. One fan wrote, "Mornings won't be the same without Kelly. She's been my sunshine for 20 years. Another said, "You could always tell when she was struggling, but she never let it show. She deserves peace." But not everyone believes this is the end. Some fans are convinced something else is going on, that maybe Kelly's departure isn't just about burnout. Speculation quickly grew that tension behind the scenes may have played a bigger role than she admitted on air. Rumors have swirled for months that there were creative disagreements between Kelly and the show's producers about format changes and network control. One insider hinted, Kelly's been frustrated for a while. She wanted more creative freedom, but certain executives didn't see eye to eye with her vision. It's possible that's what finally broke her. Another theory circulating online suggests that the emotional pressure of co-hosting with her husband might have become too much. While Kelly and Mark have undeniable chemistry, some viewers have noted occasional on-air tension. Subtle eye rolls, sarcastic remarks, and moments that felt less like playful banter and more like genuine frustration. "Mixing marriage and work isn't easy," one fan commented. "I love them together, but you could tell Kelly was carrying most of the energy." But then came another twist that made fans gasp. During an unrelated segment a few days later, an interview with a celebrity chef, the same buzzing returned for just a few seconds, but this time it was followed by a faint, rhythmic tapping sound, and the overhead studio lights flickered. The chef paused mid-sentence. Kelly glanced up, her mouth open. Mark, ever the calm one, looked into the camera and said, "If anyone's up there, you better like pasta." The studio laughed again, but producers later admitted the flicker wasn't part of the lighting cues. Now fans are divided. Some believe it's all a coincidence, a combination of old building acoustics, power surges, and maybe even nearby construction. But others think Kelly and Mark might be downplaying something they can't explain. What's more, during the following week, Kelly mentioned casually during the opening chat that she'd had trouble sleeping after the incident. "I kept hearing that same noise in my head," she said, laughing it off. "So maybe I'm haunted now too." Mark teased her, saying, "If it follows us home, we're getting new furniture." But her expression for just a second looked serious, almost like she wasn't entirely joking. Viewers online were quick to notice. Comments flooded in. Did anyone else catch Kelly's face when Mark joked about it following them home? She looked legit freaked out. Something's going on in that studio. Meanwhile, ABC reportedly increased studio maintenance checks and sound testing to prevent another on-air disruption. But as of now, no official explanation has been given. Some fans have even suggested the strange noises could be part of an elaborate Halloween prank, since the incident happened just days before the network's planned Halloween special. If that's true, it's genius because it's got everyone talking. But one producer hinted off record, "If it's a prank, even we weren't told." And trust me, Kelly doesn't like surprises like that. As days passed, the mystery only deepened. Each time Kelly and Mark mentioned the incident, viewership spiked. Clips of the bizarre moment have now hit millions of views across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Theories range from the paranormal to the purely technical, but no one has a definitive answer. One audio analyst on TikTok even broke down the waveform of the sound and claimed that within the static, you can faintly hear what seems like a whisper saying live. Whether that's a coincidence or not, it's undeniably eerie. Still, Kelly and Mark's chemistry through it all kept fans hooked. Their mix of humor, confusion, and natural charm turned what could have been an awkward moment into one of the most talked about live episodes in years. As of now, the show continues as usual, but fans are watching more closely than ever. The big question remains, what was that sound? Was it a prank gone wrong? A technical fluke? Or something far stranger echoing through the walls of an old studio with decades of untold stories? Kelly herself summed it up best a few days later. Smiling into the camera, she said, "If it happens again, I'm just going to hand it a microphone. If the spirit wants to talk, at least let it co-host." The audience roared, and in that perfect blend of humor and mystery, Live with Kelly and Mark once again proved why it's one of the most unpredictable shows on morning television. And there you have it, the bizarre, unexplained live moment that had everyone talking. Was it a glitch, a prank, or something supernatural in the studio? What do you think that strange sound really was? Drop your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking celebrity moments, unexpected live TV twists, and behind-the-scenes secrets from your favorite stars. Until next time, stay curious, stay entertained, and keep watching.